Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. We are definitely here. I told you guys we'll be back, and of course, give you guys more of our opinion. However, this is a very interesting subject right here. This is I don't know what to make of it. A former light heavyweight champion calling for a war with a two-time unified heavyweight champion in Anthony Joshua. Andre SOG Ward has been very vocal about Joshua for quite some time, especially quite some time. Not when he was active though, but when after retired and said he wasn't going to fight anymore, gave up boxing and disappeared. And he came back and said the only fight that will bring him back will be the Joshua fight. Yeah, recently it has been making rounds, and people are saying that he will beat Joshua. Someone like Marcos Villegas. Yeah, I don't know if you know the guy. He's a very well-known boxing reporter in the U.S. I think he's interviewed Joshua before, like not really much like that. We can tell he's not a Joshua fan, but just someone that maybe because Joshua didn't give them a lot of access to him during the loss to Ruiz. He was very vocal and stuff like that. I feel this is becoming a joke. People are thinking Joshua is soft or something like that, and I don't see Andre SOG Ward beating Joshua. I don't see it. It's not happening. And Joshua is actually saying, listen, put your money where your mouth is. Like, don't talk too much now, because if and when we make an offer, don't say, oh yeah, we need millions upon millions upon millions to fight. Put your money where your mouth is. And what do you make of all the whole saga? And people basically, it's funny how Americans even think Andrew will be Joshua, bro. Like, come on, man. It's crazy. People always think because Usyk is the king of heavyweights now, you think it's just easy for someone to just come in and do the same thing. It's not possible. Usyk has been fighting heavyweights for a long time. He even fought as an heavyweight in the amateurs, especially like in the Olympics. So, what do you make of this, bro? Is this payday, or just cloud? Like, is it? What do you think this is? Like, is he trying to cloud chase, or is he just, or he really believes what he's saying?
You know what? Even though this is not the first time, right? It's for everything, all of the above. Because this is not the first time Andrew Bott had mentioned AJ, and back then nobody really took him seriously. But now that he's saying it again, after their weight, their class is wrapping up. I'm talking about Joshua's class, Fury, Usyk, Wilder, all of them. It's a Joshua should feel slighted and either accept the challenge and do it once and for all, or go do something better if he has something better to do. Because AJ's career is not determined by Andrew Ward's call outs. AJ is busy. Ward is, yes, that aspect. Why is Ward not also calling out more dangerous fighters? Why is he calling out AJ, the one with the highest potential for money? So it's logical for us to say it's payday, period. But part of it might also be that Andrew Ward truly believes that he can beat AJ, which I can kind of see. Ward is a very, very good fighter, very, like great fighter. However, I think AJ will be too much for him, like just logically thinking, and especially even prime for prime. I think AJ will be too much for Ward. Talk less of now that Ward is like 7, 8 years past retired in his 40s. If he comes back in shape, can he go fight the AJ that we just saw? AJ looked horrible in his last show against Daniel Dubois. But if AJ comes back and really focuses and puts in all his energy into a training camp for Andre Ward, he will destroy Ward, bro. I'll put all my money on AJ. As good as Ward is, as great as Andre Ward is, AJ will beat him in a real boxing match. That's my personal opinion. But yeah, part of it is payday for Andre Ward. Part of it is the fact that Andre Ward believes he can beat AJ because he's a great
Bro,
boxer
the
and he
guy
has a
has
lot of
been
hype.
retired for 10 years, bro. Are you telling me that someone will just wake up in the morning from his someone that wakes up in a silk couch, you know, not like he hasn't trained for like basically sparred for, he hasn't even sparred for 10 years, bro. Like intense sparring, he haven't had one yet. Just wake up and say, "Oh yeah, I can do it." I feel this is like, come on, this is a money grab. And I feel maybe people will say, yeah, why not fight him instead of Jake Paul? Well, Jake Paul Joshua might not be,
Jake Paul does not need an Andre Ward, but Jake Paul needs an AJ, if that makes sense. But
that's
Jake
true.
Paul versus AJ is also stupid because I mean that doesn't make any sense if that's a real fight.
Jake Paul will get basically flattened out. I think that's what will happen. But then Jake Paul, you know, boxing is also a business. You know, I believe Joshua will fight him. But I believe if they send him an offer, he will start demanding. He will start. Oh yeah, I need more millions, bro. Just look at it. All the fighters that Joshua has fought, that Joshua has given opportunity to fight. Like look at Usyk. Usyk even thanked Joshua to say he said Joshua is the one that paved the way for him basically financially to get a lot of money. What's his name again? Andrews Jr. He cashed out. He cashed out with the Joshua, with that Joshua fight. He cashed out heavily, right? He's a millionaire now. I don't know what's going on with his finances. But I heard his bought a lot of properties and stuff like that. So I think he should be fine if he doesn't, misuse it. And yeah, because I feel Ruiz Jr. is not really a serious boxer like that. He reminds me of Martin McCauley reminds me of Ruiz Jr. Martin McCauley, of course, is not a world champion yet. But it reminds me of him because the guy, when Martin McCauley was hungry, he was at least in shape. But since the Saudi money came in, bro, this guy just fattened up basically. You know, I saw a video of him training in Kinshasa, Congo, Kinshasa. Bro, he looks like a whale basically. He doesn't look serious at all. You know, like I understand maybe he's doing something, but can't you let people handle that and just focus on boxing? Because I believe it. And in shape, Matt McCauley is a very dangerous guy for any heavyweight. Even though we might laugh at him sometimes with his sparring stories and stuff, But he's still like, he's very, very he's a solid fighter when he's in shape. But he's hardly in shape nowadays because, but the Saudi money good. Blast the thing, they make people they go kolo. No, it's more thing. Like if you just once you touch that Saudi money guy, your life will change. Not be here. It's crazy, bro.
No, bro. You know what? Even though I agree with you to an extent, but I'm still disappointed in these guys because they should have better discipline. It doesn't matter how your background was. Of course, a lot of people come from very, low income, low impoverished backgrounds. But at the end of the day, if we all make it, the people that make it out, you have to be disciplined to sustain it and to pass it on to the next generation. So some of these characteristics that some of these guys are showing are not really good examples, to be honest. You get paid once, twice, two big paychecks, and you can't sustain your discipline any longer. When all you have to do is continue staying in shape, continue training, balance it up. But it is what it is.
Yes, bro. Anyways, guys, if you heard it from our brother Adewale, big ups to each and every one of you that support the channel. A lot of Americans want to see this fight. and I think they are in for a shock because Joshua is going to beat him, and he's going to beat him bad. To be too bad to watch. You know, I don't think I would say, "Oh, let's do the Jake Paul Tyson agreement," whereby you take it easy. I don't think he would do that because this guy's been talking negatively about him for a long time, and it's crazy. Anyways, guys, big ups, thanks to each and every one of you for supporting the channel. God bless you all, and catch you guys on the next one. Cheers.